Hello. How doth everyone fare today? For I am amongst the most gleeful of individuals. For what reason, one might ask? Those reasons are my own. Let me enter a chat room so that if one of my brethren want to join, they may so feel inclined of so. All right. I need to. I think I have my inventory cleared out. That's what it's. It's not as cleared out as I thought it would be, to be honest. Oh, it has no weight to it. That's pretty good. That's really no weight too, so I'll definitely get rid of that one though. Hmm.
Nope. Nope.
Elias, be quiet, buddy. Oh, it was the mods. That's what it was. Do I have any weapons that need modded? No, we got
Nope.
perfect game. Elias, shush. Is that a vermin 2? Yeah, vermin 2 needs modded. I like the vermin. Oop. Okay, we got the
Nope. Nope. Nope.
hell yeah. You know, we got a badass new handgun here.
Nope.
Alright, I got Ellie and Yoka. That sounds like the dream team. The maintenance closet I didn't need to get into anymore, so I'm good right now. I need to go investigate something about Sprats doing something spratty. No, it was a flask. That's what it was. Listen, buddy, I don't know what your obsession is with this flask, but leave me out of it. Chitin-like materials, same as
I
exoskeletons.
don't know what kind of mess Spacer's Choice made here, but it figures they'd leave it to someone else to clean up.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Whoa, we got a clearance mostly can be found. Musgrave family collection. Let's do this. The Sprat Shack. The motherfucking Sprat Shack. What's up, boss man? Both have backpacks, yeah.
I don't want any trouble in my place.
I'll give you trouble. Did Lucky leave a key with you?
As a matter of fact, he did. Collateral for the bar tab he was racking up. So, I guess it's mine now. And no, you can't have it.
Oh my god. Lucky wanted you to hold that for me. I miss next of kin.
No kidding. Far be it from me to get between a man and his final wishes. Here. I don't know what it unlocks, but Lucky seemed to think it was important.
Are you
I
serious?
take him at his word.
Found this in the Gorgon ruins.
Doesn't look familiar to me. Could belong to one of the regulars. Or more likely, someone who's long gone. When Spacer's Choice evacuated Gorgon, a lot got left behind. Heirlooms, supplies, people.
This engraving mentions someone named Leonara. Well, no. So you can see that. It looks like the flask belongs to someone named Jerome.
Jerome. Could have sworn I heard that name before. Yeah, Leonora was telling me about a Jerome.
Leonora.
Leonora hangs out in the old storage room, second floor. Quiet lady, keeps to herself. She's been through some shit. So you be nice to her, or you'll answer to me. Now,
Yeah,
can I pour you a drink? 0 G.
Alright.
Come back when you're thirsty.
One, 2, 4, 5. Okay, and then we'll do. Is engineering hacking? Can't remember. No. Duh, I'm an idiot. Fuck. Okay, so we'll do 1, 2. Oh. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. And then we'll do.
Who do you work for anyway? Magic Pete?
Let's worry. Let's go to our aid.
Jerome would have loved this place.
Girl.
You don't look like one of the salvagers, no? Don't really seem like the type. You've got the look of someone who's traveled far to get here and whose journey is far from over.
I guess. What makes you say that?
Confidence. The scavengers around here, they're faking it. You're the real deal. I don't know if you're bound for the old ruins, but in case you are, can you look into something? I'd do it myself, but of course, the...
Depends on what you need.
Looking for something out there.
Sublight wouldn't turn over a rock unless there was salvage underneath it.
Well put. My husband and I worked on Gorgon during the good times. Jerome was on maintenance duty. I cleaned out test tubes till they sparkled.
Sorry.
Nowhere good, that's for sure. In his final hours, Gorgon was a war zone. Violence broke out in the labs. The hills were full of marauders. You couldn't take a leisurely stroll without an armed escort. When the order came through to evacuate, non-essential personnel drew a lottery to see who would board the first wave of ships. Jerome won. I lost. Soon as I wasn't looking, Jerome switched our tickets and pushed me to the front of the line. I got to leave. Jerome stayed behind. I never saw him again. That Jerome always chose the right thing, even when it got him killed. This place is greedy. It took my Jerome, and it would have taken me too. I just want one thing back. His old hip flask. I gave it to him the day we signed our marriage contract, and he carried it wherever he went. I know it's still here. That's it, all right. Law. Still smells like his whiskey, his cigarettes, and that awful cologne he bathed in every morning. Here. I saved up for this just in case I needed to go out into the ruins myself. Truth be told, I'm glad I never had to use it. You didn't happen to find anything else out there, did you?
I found Jerome. It looked like he died peacefully.
Good. I should have been there for him, but I suppose he wanted to be alone in the end. Thank you for the flask. Jerome and I were supposed to live and die together, but sometimes fate has other plans. Time for me to get off this rock. Memories hang around here like a bad smell, and I could use some fresh air.
This is what he wanted. He'll live your life.
No point dwelling on the past. That's what I think anyway.
I don't know, Cap. I hope she'll find some peace in this, but sometimes it's better to know the truth and deal with it.
Yeah, that's what you think, Nyoka, because you went on an epic quest to fucking find out the truth of all your ex-companions.
Soon as they sober up, I'm heading back to the...
I heard a rumor the board is gonna shut this...
Steal it.
Huh, who's this now? Wonder if they could... Nah.
What's up, Roscoe? What you need?
Holy shit, a fresh face. Haven't seen your like in years. Don't know what brought you to the most dangerous corner of this solar system, pal, but you're welcome here. Oh, you talked to Lex yet? She tell you to keep it civil? You wouldn't guess to talk to her, but that lady's got a mean left hook.
Lady at the bar, we're acquainted.
Me?
Oh,
Nah.
shoot.
Never been a pugilist. Did most of my fighting with a pen back when I did it at all. Nowadays, I just drink. At least Lex has got the good manners to let me do it for free.
So you're some kind of writer?
Hey, whoa, no call for insults. We're all friends here. I was a journalist, thank you. A contributing member of our great
I
society.
don't know if I'd call it journalism.
Got into reporting thinking I was
guess
going to
that
be
depends on
some
what kind
sort
of
of
journalist
public
you are.
intellectual. What a joke. Spent 95% of my time playing stenographer to the board, and the rest writing puff pieces on the chairman's latest beard trim. Real life and death shit.
Seem like you're having a rough time. Can I help you out?
If you're going back out there, do you think you'd be willing to do an old bastard a small favor?
Find my dad. Helping out old bastards is 80% of my job. What do you need?
Does this involve going somewhere we don't belong? Those are my favorite jobs.
Well, I've been trying to get away from this rock for 5 lobby-fucked years, but I can't stay gone.
What's up?
Told you I was a journalist, right? I was here on a story back when Project Gorgon was active. I was doing an interview series for Spacer's Choice. Recorded them all on these little portable phonographs.
Oh,
When
I might have
everything
seen
fell
some of
to
this
shit,
stuff.
Spacer's Choice wouldn't let me leave. Terms of my reporting contract unmet, they said.
Hid them, and now you want me to go get them for you. That about cover it?
Right on the money. Look at me, I'm no fighter. I've never even touched a gun. But you're just the right amount of rough around the edges.
I was gonna say rough and
Help me
tumble,
get
but
my
I got
recordings
mixed up.
back so I can finally get the hell out of here.
Oh, you mean one of these?
Well, I'll be damned. That's exactly what I'm looking for. But Spacer's Choice won't let me out of here until I deliver the whole set. Do you think you could get the rest?
Sure, I'll try to find the rest of these recordings for you.
Great. I'll key the details of each recording's location in for you. A lot of them are in plain sight. Can't miss them.
Got it. I'll be back.
Strength to your sword arm, friend. And thank you.
Sweet, cool. You got a new friend that wants some help.
What's the story with this place anyhow?
I think you went up to the 3rd floor, right? That was, Homie's room? Yeah. Is that alive? Oh, wait. Yeah, that guy's alive. Alright, at least it looks like, yeah, I don't know.
I'm alright. That last one really ended like this.
Oh! Okay. What else we got? We got dialogue between dead men. Unclude the Gorgon mines. Find HI's entrance on the. Okay, cool. Let's see where this takes us. Wait, I can repair my own stuff now? That's sick. That's amazing, actually. Yeah, that's okay. So I do need the shotgun because it is a bit more brutal. It is the shotgun too, right? So I probably need to go back to my ship, improve that, and then.
I've eaten my fair share of Terrorize, but I'm still gonna come out and say it. This mission is gross.
I'm just hoping we don't need Lucky's arm to open something else.
Oh cool, I didn't put all of them back, sweet. Go here, I'm gonna modify. Don't I have a Mark III? Oh damn, the Magnum melt. Yeah. Could do plasma damage. Plasma strong. Not really a plasma shotgun either. Let's do it. We'll see what it does. Okay. There we go. Now we are down on our freaking. Alright. Let's go. 100 meters that way. 50 over there. This will go with 200. Well, I guess I gotta go around and then come down. This doesn't hurt me though, does it? No, okay, it's just a little field. Shit, okay.
Sure. Heading back.
To be honest, you guys worried me. I thought somebody died. Many lockpick clues. We got tech skills, tech skills. Get the safe cracker. Dealer stash. Okay. All right, we'll go.
I see Monarch ain't the only pet project the board's willing to abandon. Why do I have a feeling we're not gonna like what's in there?
Oh, pristine, nice. We got an extendo site, that's pretty nice. Shit, okay,
Will do, Captain.
pristine. Nice. Damn, my pristine chances are getting pretty high. Oh my god. My eyes get so dry playing this.
Great work.
Very nice to have my full hyper, get some arena time. So much gear just laying around everywhere, or not gear, but like ammo. Do weapon parts take inventory space? I don't think I've ever checked that. Even though I should. Very nice. Plasma launcher 2.0. Very nice, dude. I'm killing this pristine finding. That's all I want are pristine weapons, and I am fucking getting them. Well, guys, I really hope we don't die down here.
I don't think so.
As soon as they're transporting us in a room. Back off that. Okay, let's go back up and go into that building and see what's going on. By merit of your work. It's kind of good if only we had an unbiased way to judge that. I agree with that. The problem is I don't think they have a fair way to judge the merit of people's work. Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh. How do I get an HIA pass? What? What? Okay. Ah, here we are. Maybe that I could have gotten rid of that.
How much you want to bet she marked up her comic with sticky notes?
Bertie, law damn it, Bertie, what'd I tell you about pestering Maurice? He's not interested. If you scare him off the project, you're gone. I don't care if you're my kid sister, we need his research. We don't need you. Got it? Good. I took a look at the preliminary schedule you sent over. Got all the tasks tracked, but the timing is off. For one thing, you have me finishing the metal casing fabrication after the package is supposed to be complete. Find me at the workstation in the mines near OCI when you get off shift. When you get off shift, I'll go over the rest of my criticisms in person. By the marvelous mustache of Excelsior, Gil. P.S. How long do we have to keep saying that? It's ridiculous. Comic from the cult classic Ace Exterminator series, tragically canceled after its run show. Interesting. All right. No way not one of these leads to the damn place I need to go. Oh, does this go in? Bro. Damn, what the hell? Why's this place sealed? Is there like a story mission thing I gotta do here? Okay. Okay, so maybe I need to go... Wasn't a path, so okay, so... So I guess I do need to go to my ship and then continue the mission, maybe? Because I don't have an HIA pass. And I'm assuming that's probably because there's something locked here. I think we'll just go to Byzantium to check it out. Okay. Let's go.
Captain, transmission request from Ambrose Manor.
Guessing Minnie wants an update. Patch her through.
Captain! Imagine my surprise when I saw the Unreliable leaving Gorgon with so much urgency and purpose. Tell me you found Mother's journal. I'm positively dying for good news.
Someone warned me to stay away from Gorgon, then lock the place down.
Someone? You mean someone still has access to the facility? Oh, after all this time. Who was it?
We didn't have a chance to exchange pleasantries.
Drat. Make sure you have eyes on the back of your head. I doubt we've seen the last of this human vexation. If I know Spacer's Choice, getting past the lockdown will be more complicated than just hitting a big red button. You'll need authorization, and layers of it.
I don't suppose your mother left you any passwords or mysterious keycards.
No. I think you're going to have to rely on good old-fashioned detective work. It's a good thing you have keen senses, a reliable ship, and a very wealthy sponsor.
You know that Gorgon was in developing adrenochrome?
I knew Mother was involved with some important chemical trials, but I had no idea her pet project was Adrenatime. Adrenatime is a working man's stimulant, like a caffeinoid. Very popular at launch, though the marketing quieted down over time.
Were you aware that Adrenatime created Marauders?
What? No. I mean, there's some very morbid wording in the fine print, but I had no idea Adrenatime could make marauders out of people. That's it. That must be it. Spacer's Choice is keeping their dirty little secret about Adrenatime off the record. We have to find Mother's journal. If we don't, then Spacer's Choice gets away with murder. I only hope we aren't too late.
Should be off.
Safe travels. If your leads give you any trouble, be sure and give them some trouble back, yes?
I'll keep that in mind. Be seeing you, Minnie.
Ta!
Byzantium, I'll take Ellie and Parvati.
You don't much like me, huh, Samuel? It's nothing personal. I'm just not the touchy-feely type. It's just, you seem fine with the others. Did I do something to make you unhappy with me? You gotta stop taking things so personal. You're setting yourself up for a letdown.
Dante
If I
Cleo's
spit.
all of the benefits of smoking a real pipe, none of the messy cleanup.
Let's go to Byzantium.
Your best find this week.
I think I've figured out what you need. Besides the smoke and some privacy, our crew's like a machine. All the parts got to work together or we'll shake ourselves to pieces. I've never been good with metaphors, Parvati. We need each other to work right. You need a team, and I need someone who will be truthful with me, even when it hurts. The only thing I need is people staying the hell out of my business. If that were true, you wouldn't be here. You're acting real funny. You drop a wrench on your head or something?
Have you tried our new cocktail sponsored by Rizzo's? 1 part purple spectrum vodka, 1 part artificial tomato-like substitute juice. We call it a Blue Bloody Mary.
I wanted to ask you something.
Oh, by all...
Picked up any interesting rumors?
Maverick Johnston's about to release his new picture. From what I hear, they've already started shooting.
I happen to be a star in that. Here.
Okay, keep it quiet.
You must be... Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you just see the stench of impropriety radiating off of him?
Excuse me?
How splendid. Another rung leech wandering through the streets of Byzantium. Why, just this morning I thought to myself, as lovely as the gardens are, what they really need is more greasy vagrants frolicking through them. And here you are, frolicking.
Gracefully, I might add.
Admittedly. Now if only you could gracefully take a shower, preferably in whatever hovel you came from. Honestly, what is the board thinking letting so many of your ilk into the city proper? It's madness.
If the board isn't supposed to let people in the city, how did you get here?
I earned my place here, just like everyone else. My grandfather was the CIO at Tile, you see.
Wait, but what did you do to earn your place here?
I just told you. My grandfather made millions of bits as CIO, and I earned them from him.
Inheriting bits isn't the same as earning them.
Of course it is. Wealth is the most visible, objective measure of success. And success isn't given to you, it's earned. My grandfather taught me that. If you have wealth, you're successful, and if you're successful, you must have earned it. Honestly, it's a simple concept.
I see, thanks.
You're welcome. Now, do we have any further business, or are you just here for the repartee?
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong? This city is meant... But now we are...
So tiring.
Oh, do spare me. By tell... Oh, by the... It's not right.
Oh, this is
She's
exhausting.
got a point. Yes. What is that person's job exactly? Are they your secretary? Personal masseuse? Or do you just keep them around as a mobile armrest? Well, it doesn't matter. What's important is that you think this is...
Why would I ever help you with something so selfish?
Did you miss the part where I said I'd pay you? That's all the reason someone like you should require.
No. It's not. Give me something better.
Better than money? The thrill of discovery. Like in... I don't see how, but very well.
God, you're annoying. I shouldn't. Slim and Shine Diet Toothpaste. Was that on Rizzo's?
Welcome to the Musgrave Family Collection. Still a work in progress. If you're here for the annual Canid review, I'm afraid it's already over. Only thing going on behind those doors is good, old-fashioned lawful behavior. This greeting constitutes your confidentiality agreement. You hereby agree not to disclose the location or existence of these events. Thank you for cooperating.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, that's just so encouraging to hear. I'll just go ahead and add your comment to my permanent record. Now then, how can I help you?
I'm looking for Clarence mostly.
Mr. Mostly is indeed attending our event, although I am disappointed to discover he did not officially enter his Canid Laplace into our competition. You should find Mr. Mostly just inside the prep room. Head inside and take the door to your left.
Epic, thanks. Why is all this stuff just takeable? Ooh.
Just between the two of us, I hope this doesn't become a tradition. Not looking forward to the next annual Canid review? Not looking forward to the Canids. Odious things. I don't know why we let them prance around the city. At least the drinks are nice. They even scratched off the warning labels. Just like real contraband. I suppose if we're being generous with our definition of the word drink, don't you ever stop complaining?
Oh, cool, there are reflections.
How long did you say Musgrave was gone?
I didn't. Frankly, I don't know. A couple of years? More? He said he was off on some type of beautification treatment. Do you know what I'd like to see?
Not now, please.
Hey, Maverick Johnston's newest star. I've got a question for you. Do you know the interesting thing about Canid shows?
I'm interested in anything involving canids.
So am I. Canids are a fascinating species, biologically speaking. Mathematically speaking, the interesting thing about Canid shows is this. They're an exercise in futility. Winning is predetermined. Over time, the inevitable trend is that the race goes to the swift. Time and chance are just statistical outliers. In other words, if you put enough canids through enough trials, the one with the most optimal attributes generally wins. Exercise in futility.
Why are you telling me this?
Oh, I've been told I should try to socialize more. Sharing an interesting fact is a proven method of endearing oneself to a stranger. I'm an actuary, you see. Well, not entirely. The actuarial sciences are more of a passion than a profession. So I suppose that makes me, mostly, an actuary. That's a bit of a family joke. I'm Clarence Mostly.
What a way to introduce himself. The name sounds familiar. Mostly Fine Furniture Company, right?
Yes, that's us. Mostly oak trees, too. My grandfather invented them, you know. Well, no, he didn't invent mostly oaks, but he did purchase the naming rights back during the terraforming days. It's essentially the same thing.
I'm looking for information about Project Gorgon.
How do you know that name? Project Gorgon was supposed to be a secret.
Oof. It's still a secret, mostly. I don't want to be mean to him, but I also have no. Everybody has a secret until they get punched in the mouth.
I see we're being rude. All right, have it your way. It's true, I was involved with Project Gorgon, but that chapter of my life is long since closed. Listen, I don't know what you want with Gorgon or with me, but let me give you some free advice, Let the past go. Live in the moment. Enjoy the party.
You want to keep living in the moment? Show me how to lift the emergency lockdown.
I was wondering if you were the sort of person to accept sensible advice or respond with threats of violence. Thank you for resolving that ambiguity for me. Lifting the lockdown won't be easy. You'll need to send overrides from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry. I don't have that level of clearance, but I know 2 people who do. The trouble is, I don't know you. I don't trust you. I washed my hands of Gorgon, and you're asking me to dirty them all over again. I'm going to need a good reason.
Clarence, what did I tell you about punching people in the mouths? I was hired to find a journal. I'm just trying to do my job. Project Gorgon created the Marauders. You can't just walk away from that.
Yes, the birthplace of the Marauders. And a graveyard for all our mistakes. Starting Project Gorgon was our first mistake. Trying to bury Project Gorgon while it's still very much alive and clawing its way back to the surface, that may be our last mistake.
Nobody has to know you were involved. Give me what I want. I'll be on my way.
I want a favor from you. Do something for me, and I'll do something for you. That way we don't have to rely on mutual trust. The Grand Prize trophy to the Canid Review. I want it in my hands. Get me that trophy, and I'll give you the remaining researchers. Names, locations, as much information as I have.
It's a deal.
What, really? You'll do it? I mean, just like that? Don't you want to know why I asked you?
Because you're insecure and you want a trophy to make you feel better about yourself.
While you're technically correct, which is my favorite kind of correct, no, that's not why. My Canid, Laplace, is statistically superior to every other Canid in this review. Better average sprinting time, superior gait coefficient, optimal anatomical symmetry. I didn't bother entering little Laplace in this pointless contest. He's already won on paper, you see. That trophy rightfully belongs to him.
You're goofy, man. That might be the most bisexual thing I've ever heard.
Oh, you're much too kind. Does this mean you'll do it?
I'll be back with that trophy.
Head into the main hall and take the elevator down into the maintenance tunnels. You'll find a service passage that leads up into the trophy room. The maintenance tunnel is the only way up into the trophy room. Some technician barred the door shut on our end. Ask Tilda Coatsworth about it, over by the podium.
I know what I'm doing, Clarence. Thanks.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
Am I asking her
This
about?
is a private.
Yeah.
If you're here to offer your service.
This is a nice looking trophy you got over there.
Why, thank you. It's custom made for. In 8 to 10 short weeks, we'll have the. That gives us 8 to 10 weeks to file a maintenance request. Our technician barred the vault door and then disappeared.
What was your technician doing in the vault?
The Musgrave Vault contracted a security consultant from UDL. They sent a technician to install a few security upgrades, anti-dissident auto-mechanicals and the like. That technician barred the vault, but neglected to leave us with a way in from here. He wasn't seen leaving the security room, so I can't imagine where he's gone off to.
Isn't there another way in the trophy room?
The tunnels are guarded by auto-mechanical security. I don't look nearly boorish enough to resemble a UDL guard. In any case, I'd rather not step foot in the tunnels.
I can find a way into the vault for you. You don't have to dirty your hands.
Your eagerness to serve your betters is commendable.
Betters?
Here's a key card. It should help you get around inside the tunnels. Now, was there anything else? I'd like...
Yep, I'm out.
Oh, just hear me out. It's a brilliant...
I'm gonna go ahead and save so I don't have to go through all that conversation again. I kind of want to do some dev work tonight. Honestly, I've been doing a lot of web dev, and I'd rather have a little bit of fun and do some game dev I haven't touched in forever. I don't know though. I have a date with Andrew tonight, so watch some more Sword
You
Age.
don't have to be scared of these caves.
Now, Anubis, you must perk up.
Look at those wiggles.
Oh.
You think that means we're friends?
They're cute. The little canids are cute.
Yeah, look out. That's what they do just before they piss everywhere.
Oh. I like this one. Can I have him?
I don't suppose you've any formal training in canid husbandry. It's my little Anubis, you see. He's listless and miserable. I simply don't know what to do about his condition.
You named your canid Anubis. Could be something you ate.
You must understand. Anubis is a very picky eater. He dines exclusively on Terra 2 Saltuna, none of that rubbish from Monarch. Unfortunately, we've had a bit of a shortage lately. He's so miserable without his salt tuna.
Look at that poor guy. He's out of salt tuna. Give him a poor, give him a proper treat.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I doubt all this excitement is doing any favors to his digestive system. I suppose I have been spoiling him with saltuna. He could use a change of palate. Oh, I do have some limited edition Rizzo's CCN 76 chocolate bars.
No, are you out of your mind? No chocolate.
Really? I had no idea. I suppose I'll just treat him to some Spectrum Violet then. You've been a world of help. I'll leave a good word on your permanent record.
Thanks. Oh, thank you. Oh. Oh, there's a trophy. Haha. Yikes, this is gonna be a little scary. I want the doggy as my own little puppy wuppy. You little puppy wuppy puppy. My dog is a grown ass man dog. Please don't talk to him like that. If I shoot one of these. Complimentary. Staying alive, staying alive. Now it would make sense if I lost reputation for doing this. But I really hope I don't. There's a cannon handler. Right at me. No, come on, come on.
You know, stealing from these assholes is its own reward.
It's not Canid hunting.
You know, the careers of 9 out of 13 actors end after their debut serial. Enjoy the fame while it lasts.
Thanks, buddy. So I found this eye.
My eye! I was wondering where I'd misplaced that old thing. It's perfectly preserved, you know. Every eye possesses unique dimensions, not unlike a fingerprint. The circumference, the shape, the color of the iris. An eye makes excellent proof of identification, assuming you don't mind removing one.
I mean, well, I guess I don't. So how'd you lose your eye?
I'd rather not get into the details. If Spacer's Choice ever asks you to test out their new model of monocle, just say no.
Yeah, take your eye back. I don't want this thing in my pocket.
Well, that's rather responsible of you. I'll put a good word in your permanent record.
Yay.
What's on your...
Today's your lucky day, Clarence. I've got your trophy.
My trophy! Look at this thing. Have you ever seen a more garish monument to the boredom of the elite? If only Grandfather Mostly were alive today, I would have loved to wave this trophy right in front of his cataracts. I hope you won't take it personally when I say I had my doubts about you. Nothing ever gets done in Byzantium, you see. Competent work is, well, a statistical anomaly.
I kept my end of the bargain. I expect you to keep yours.
Lifting the emergency lockdown requires overrides from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry. Access to those facilities requires authorizations from 2 senior-level researchers. Marion Blakesley, Jasper Lowe. They went into hiding after the project collapsed, but I've managed to calculate their last known whereabouts within a reasonable margin of error.
Use statistical analysis to figure out their location. Show me your math.
I see you're familiar with my technique. I'd love to show you my numbers, but there aren't nearly enough napkins in this room. After the project shut down, I had to keep my mind occupied. I worked on my actuarial tables, calculated the average lifespan of a Spacer's Choice worker, that sort of thing. I realized some of the researchers had to be alive. I ran some numbers, did a little research, and concluded that the two most likely survivors are Marion Blakesley and Jasper Lowe.
So these two researchers are the only one left?
As far as I
Left.
know, Jasper Lowe and Mary... If you want to lift the lockdown on the manufactory, you'll need to send an override from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry. I'm afraid it's the only way.
Alright, I've got some questions about these researchers.
I'll tell you what I can.
What do I need to know about Mary?
Dr. Marion Blakesley supervised the Human Inquiry and someone sabotaged the facility. Blakesley tendered her resignation and vanished. I'm reasonably certain she's hiding in a maintenance bay on Groundbreaker.
Okay. What about this Jasper Lowe guy?
Dr. Lowe described himself as a dazzling genius in his review. I disagreed. Of the 19 criteria that constitute the rubric of genius, Dr. Lowe only met 15. After the project shut down, corporate traded him off to Auntie Cleo in exchange for 5 lab coats. He's been transferred to an orbital lab around Olympus.
Well, must have been some fancy lab coats.
No, Captain. Lab coats, as in scientists.
Is your captain always this dense? How are you all still alive?
Fuck you, I got you a trophy, dude.
I live for risk.
Let's get back on topic.
Alright, that's all I need to know.
Try to exercise caution.
Oh, Clarence, are you looking out for me?
You did fetch a trophy for my little applause. Technically, that makes you my canid servant. And by the transitive property of employment, my responsibility.
Wow.
No need to sound so astonished.
Alright, let's go. Alright, cool. That didn't,
You'd only be letting them visit.
I'm gonna grab... Man, poor Graham. Getting murdered.
This property is off limits. This ultimatum brought...
I'm here for Minister Clark.
That's funny. The minister isn't expecting visitors, and you don't much look like one of those couriers from HPS.
Here I am.
Sure you are.
Excuse me, I'll be right back. Okay, oh shoot, can I do this? Oop. Going to try and...
Ellie, we gotta talk. My second least favorite set of 4 words. Here we go. You gotta stop treating me with kid gloves. I'm not gonna fall to pieces if you look at me sideways, and I'm not going away. It's fine if you don't like me, but we gotta find a way to work together. For the crew.
Never heard you sound this forceful. It's kind of refreshing. Auntie Cleo's energizing one. Each voice makes up for the concentrated caffeine in every dawn.
Don't...
Okay, so I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna bring my boy. I think he has, it's either him or Nyoka that have lock-picking stuff with them. Ellie has... Maybe it's Nyoka and him that have it. Medical... Okay, yeah, Felix does have it, right? Oh, Felix has Persuade, what the hate? Was it Nyoka that has it? Somebody had lockpick, I swear. No, Nyoka has lie. What if it? It's fine actually, because, well, no, because he would give me that. He would give me Mark III, right? Got a piece so bad. 1 second. Sorry, I had a little accident. You get it if you were there.
Someone has left a threatening message on your terminal, Captain. I was unable to trace its origin. Please make a note of it.
Okay. So what's going on there? What a handsome vessel you have, little weasel. The unreliable, registered one, Alex Hawthorne. That's not you, is it? You stole it from him, just as you intend to steal Gorgon from me. Was there still something dear from you in exchange? Your ship, your crew, your life? Fair is fair. Damn. Heck is 75 and I need 90. So let's see if I can do. Let's get stealth skills. Okay, stealth skills for head. Let me go and see if I have anything in here that's gonna give it to me. I hear a Canid. Oh, there's hacks. Oh my gosh, we got a little Canid. How adorable. Now that Zora's in charge of one of the other classes. What? I was wanting a little Canid. Oh my gosh. It's Anubis. Amazing. Okay, let's reload. Maybe that's right.
Someone has left a threatening message on your
It works. Alright, so we have a hacky wacky right here. Okay. Now, is that because of the... What does that do? Okay, so let's see what our skills are now. Characters, skills, where's my hack at? My hack is so close. So I just need to drink a mine. Hey man, what's up? Not much, just chilling. I started working on my resume for coding today.
Oh, your coding resume.
Yeah. I also, no, I told you that. I told you last night that I like found a job that like if I don't have anything by next year, I'll have. I tell you that?
You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, I have a friend from high school who works in the same industry, and she's like, yeah, definitely put your name in for a thing. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Boop. Transmission executive. Okay, buddy. All right, I found out who did this shit. Now you're in trouble. You're in trouble, mister. Okay. How was the movie? What'd you guys watch?
We watched an old movie because we like to watch old animations.
No, I totally get that.
Quest for Camelot.
That's like is it like a Disney movie?
I don't actually know if it is Disney or not. It's not, right?
DreamWorks.
DreamWorks.
Yeah, I think I've seen it. It's been a very long time.
It's not good. Like by any means.
It's funny.
Nope, it is not.
I'd have to let me look it up real quick. It's an animation, you said, right? That's what Quest. I'm gonna be sad if it's something I love. It's a musical. I typically don't like musicals.
I enjoy musicals actually a lot, which is, you know.
Dude, I so vaguely remember this.
It's not great.
Yeah.
There is one good musical number. Everything else is dog shit. The pacing's terrible. The animations, for the time, I suppose, is good, but like.
Yeah, it looks very bland and like.
Yeah.
How do I say this without being a total dick bag? It just looks bland.
Yeah.
It just looks like you know those early for example, one of the worst animated like things that I went back and watched was God, what is it called? God, what is that fucking show called? I cannot remember anymore. It was on Cartoon Network. Didn't I? You know the goat.
Yeah, Hoodwink. Yeah.
Hoodwink. Yeah, the animation in that is awful.
Terrible. Yeah, hate it. So, I want to point out, you know, I said it was good for the time. I lied.
When did it come out?
1998. Mulan came out in
Yeah.
1998.
Yeah,
The
Mulan's a
Prince
banger.
of Egypt came up in 1998. Religious or not, that's a banger. A Bug's Life came out in 1998. That shit was crazy.
Wait,
For
what was it that you said was religious?
Bug's Life? The Prince of Egypt.
Oh yeah, no, that movie's good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
great,
mean,
right?
yeah, that's an amazing
It's
movie.
like whatever, it's good. And I didn't get to watch that one because, you know, whatever. I got to watch its counterpart, Jonah, King of Dreams.
Wait, why couldn't you? Why couldn't you watch The Prince of Egypt? It was good.
It's not that I couldn't watch it. It's just I didn't watch it.
Oh, okay.
It's not the one they got for me.
I thought you were saying they were like, no, this isn't accurate because they're darker skin color.
Yeah, it was like Jewish like culture and stuff like that. Nah, my grandparents, my mama actually, despite, you know, stereotypical like beliefs and stuff like that, she believes that Jewish people are just inherently like the chosen people and stuff like that. They're like awesome and stuff like that. So she subscribed to Christianity and Jewish kind of thing, like an actual thing where they like send her a calendar and stuff like that every so often.
So she tries to like kind of keep in touch with like Jewish, not beliefs, but like I know what you're saying. Like I'm about to quit this and probably do some programming, so we can probably watch Sword AF pretty early if you'd like.
Yeah.
I've been kind of itching to do some game dev work, and I haven't done any in a while, so I feel kind of energized after taking a break. Because today I did like almost half of my week of schoolwork, because most of it was on resumes and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So don't have any big projects right now.
Want any grapes?
I need to add Taylor because I think I could play. Does she have online on Switch?
Mm-hmm.
Because when I was playing Animal Crossing with my friend, I was having a lot of fun just doing things like crossbreeding plants and stuff, or crossbreeding flowers and stuff. And I feel like Taylor would appreciate that. So
yeah, I think she would. Hey, Taylor. Christian said he wants to add you on Animal Crossing.
I have over 13 billion bells. I got him.
Oh my god, yeah, that'd be dope. And in return, I can trade her like hybrid flowers that are like really pretty colors.
And he said he'll trade you like hybrid flowers that are like really close. Hybrid flowers that are really pretty colors.
Yes.
The auxiliary maintenance bay.
The Groundbreaker Auxiliary Bay.
Let's see. Okay, and then we have locate Dr. Jasper Law and retrieve his means. Okay, and then he's on Olympus. Retrieve the old phonograph. Okay. All right. Groundsbreaker, I'll take Ellie and Felix, I think. Well, maybe Parvati and Felix, that'd be fun. Ouch. I reached level 30.
Nice.
More like level flirty. Okay. Alright, find a way into the Morian Blakesley residence. The music here is making me think there are gonna be some peeps around trying to murder me.
Look at these whole heads, walking around like they run the place.
You're right, Felix. They are running around like they own the place. You play any more Lies of P today?
Nah, I haven't got a chance to.
How long was that last episode, by the way? Do you remember offhand?
Hey you,
No,
over
okay,
here.
okay.
Chat. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Oh,
it's
I
Riz.
play
Fucking damn it. Every time.
I really like his
So,
I
hey,
really like the way he streams. He's really competent.
you trespass.
Nice
Yeah.
And I'm armed. Maybe take a second look at your life choices, pal.
You know, if your human wants my friend code,
Yeah, just you can you send it to me in a message?
the profile.
for 43 minutes, 38 seconds.
Really? It's not even that long. Dang.
I'm kind of sad.
Yeah, I'm so curious how it ends. Hang on, what were you starting to say back then?
Jimmy used to work security for Rizzo's before he got fired.
Jimmy.
What was it again? Rank incompetence and gross odor?
Should be a little wonky.
Or was it gross incompetence and rank odor?
Oh, you think you're funny, kid? You want to hear a little jingle? I'll get your head ringing.
Chill out, bro. Hey, don't threaten my crew.
Oh, you're lucky you're running with new friends, Felix.
We're just looking around.
Vagrants, huh? We're not big fans of those. This is Gardner turf.
Funny, I wouldn't have pegged you for a horticulturist.
Hey,
What
I
would
like
you
to get
peg
my
me as?
hands dirty.
What's up?
It's just a name. Old lady we
What would I
work
need to
for,
do for
she
checking?
likes plants. We're here to keep the
Where
streets
we at on
clean.
that?
Hallway.
Let me just find this one character I'm
Know what
looking
I
for, and
mean.
then I'm ready to go.
Anyway, Blakesley's given
Unless you're
us
wanting to play
standing
something for a
orders
little
to
bit, you can do that
strongly
for sure. I mean,
discourage anyone who
it's
tries
only
to
40
come in.
minutes, so.
I
was
like
making
to
I was making a pet
extrapolate from there.
Oh.
There you go, by the way.
Okay, sweet.
Double check. Make sure everything's right.
Does June Lane know you're down here?
We ain't subversives. We're gainfully employed.
Thank you.
This is a private contract.
I had to update
Miss Junley can't get too mad if we rough up some
because I've been
trespassers.
using a different.
Especially if
I've
I
been
was
using
nice
the
enough to
second
warn him
account
first.
on my thing.
Yeah.
How many accounts can you have on a Switch?
Hi, I'm the girlfriend.
Oh, Parvati's cute, damn.
Fine.
I have.
You want to check out the lab?
3?
Go for it. We won't stop you.
I can make another
But Blakesley's
person
got
on
her
Animal
own setup
Crossing.
in there, and she doesn't like guests. So
Yeah, I
if
just
you
keep
get
going
shot,
to Treasure Islands and getting more
tell
and
her
more
Junlei I never saw
spells
you.
and things to sell. So I've got over $13 billion in Animal Crossing currency right now. Yep, and nothing to do with it. Because, like I said, all my house payments are paid off for this character, so I'm just designing her cool house now. Yeah, I've been playing on this profile, which I had just set to guest with some random picture. So now that it's a real profile, I had to change it.
Wait, did she say she had 12 billion or million?
Billion or million? Billion or million?
Hold on.
What?
She's
No,
computing.
no, hold on.
She's computing right now.
I was about to say, because that's a shit ton. I didn't even know the game could let you.
I'm gonna go check the bank.
I'm gonna go to the ATM real quick.
Yeah,
Swipe
she's
her
just
fucking
gonna
card.
pop right in the ATM.
Million, not
Okay, I was gonna say that's a lot of money if you had billions. Like that's that game-breaking amounts of money.
That's a good point.
She get them all just from Treasure or what are they called? Not Treasure Islands, but
Yeah, this is Treasure Island.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Nicely done.
No, I did put those up. Cool. Oh shit, I forgot. Oh, I got a perk. Sweet. What perk do I want now? Melee damage returned as health. That's pretty good. Ranged weapon sway, movement penalty to accuracy. I don't feel like I have much of that anyway. Whenever you're affected by a harmful combat effect, you deal increased damage. That's pretty good. I'm gonna get that one.
This must be a step up from Force Factories, huh? Doesn't look like either of us are sitting pretty in Byzantium, big shot.
We're all gardeners here.
He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world in his hands. So tomorrow we do Dokapon, right? And then after that it's Baldur's Gate?
Yeah. I found that probably be better for him.
Yeah, do like all...
him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
because just going from one to another would be kind of
Yeah, it was fun to play Dokapon because it was like, you know, it took the heaviness of the game off of us, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I think it's nice to have one game that's just dumb fun and then one game that's
Oh, yeah.
serious. Because, like,
Yeah.
as great as Baldur's Gate is, it is stressful sometimes, like, having to make those decisions and stuff. So when you have one dumb fun game to, like...
Oh yeah, no, Alex is fully stressed out. Why that man lives in a constant blood pressure of 300 over 180.
That was a pretty, what is it? That was a pretty, particular number. Any reason you chose that? Have you taken Alex's blood pressure?
I mean, no, let me make sure 300 over 180 isn't dead.
Leaper injections, that sounds kind of cool. Even if it is dead, Alex is basically dead to us. Got it! Wait. Right, okay, let's see if we got any.
Oh, are you handsome?
Let's see, according
Looks
to
like you got
America,
yourself a little
according to the AHA, a rating of 180 over 120 or higher is a crisis. Okay. If the rating is 10. Okay, so 180 over 120 is bad. How serious is the blood pressure over 300? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty accurate. Checking the Game Pass for stuff as well.
I do have a plasma shotgun, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Alright, fellers and fellets.
Coming your way.
Well, that was a bathroom. Didn't expect that.
Daddy,
Sure.
I want to go to the reading room.
What?
I want to go to the reading room.
No, it is bedtime, Elias. You need to go to sleep.
I want to go to
No, you're not going into the living room. Nobody's even in the living room. Why do you want to go in there?
I want to room. I want to go to... I want to go to the reading.
No.
I don't like the room.
Coming.
Off I go.
Shit. Oh no! Oh no! Damn. Sucks. Got moited. Got moited so goddamn bad. Alright guys, come on. We can do better than that. What's wrong with you guys?
Yes, I'm
I'm going to Perito.
She said she's gonna go get a burrito?
What you gonna name your little mousey?
I don't know.
Too little.
Tell her it's actually an average size mousey.
It's actually a pretty large mouse.
Some people would say it's too big of a mouse.
Look at these whole heads. Hey, you. Whoop.
Let's chat. Okay. Hey. Don't talk to my crew like that. Okay. We're just looking around, man. Okay.
Anyway.
Does Junlei know you're down here? Okay. She might be a little steamed if you hurt her girlfriend. Ha ha ha.
Clear, guys.
Yep.
Nice one, Captain.
Guys.
You want to set you up some expensive points. That's a good boy.
No, don't eat me. Wow, you got that.
I bet Felix doesn't have a good helmet on, does he? Any subsequent attack made on the same target while on TTD deals increased damage over this. Ooh, that's not bad. What's better, that or the... Now, Felix, sister, let's get you a brand new helmet. Woo. Mr. Felix has a new little helmet. Mr. Felix is feeling good about himself. Alright, hold on, Felix. Now you're looking kind of hot. Stab it.
You have to be kidding me. I thought I could do something. Wait, what's with this camera? Hello? Damn it. Look, I get it. Some people need things spelled out for them. I'm sure one of the automechanicals can explain.
Okay. Was that a threat? That was a pretty lame threat. Alright. If I die again, I'm quitting. So, you know...
Oh, are you handsome? Looks like you got yourself a little snack. No problem. I'll head over. I'm ready for this. Move it up. Oh, great work.
Everyone all right? Sir, we are all
Head back.
good. Let's go.
Up there it is.
What's up? What? There goes what?
Up, my internet came back.
Oh, were you off for a second?
Yeah, I messaged you.
I see the message, yeah. I thought you were just being quiet because you were talking to Taylor or something. Because, you know, when I'm streaming, I can't hear the thing, so...
Yeah.
I have no dang clue. That makes me a little sad. Was it you and Alex that have the same internet, yeah?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Okay, I don't need to go to the treasure islands tonight. I'm already rich enough at the moment.
Observation log, date, who knows. Subject number, well, let's call him Percy. Percy here has discovered the secret to success. He has lifted the veil and found the pattern. He wakes up, he listens for that bell 3 times a day. Food rains from the sky. He eats, he waits. Life is easy. But the second your molt comes in, pal...
Bless you.
God damn it, it hurts. Thank you.
Okay, moving out.
Now, how the fuck is my hacking skill so low? I got that hack armor, don't I? Where's it at? Boom. How about now? How about if I take some mind juice?
Oh yeah, I made D slightly upsetty spaghetti today.
Why?
Because I pulled up to the Panera drive-thru while I was out, so that way I could get the container for the grease for dinner. And I pulled up to the speaker, and D was the one who answered. And he goes, "Thank you for choosing Panera." I go, "Hi, can you give me just one moment, please?" He goes, "Take your time." Didn't know it was me. I was like, "Alright, I think I'm ready. Alright, man, what can I give you for you today? Can I get a hot?" I like yelled it. And he goes, "Taylor, I know the fuck you didn't just do that." And I could hear Mia in the background just cackling, and John goes over the headset and goes, "Hey Taylor, you here to clock in today? If not, get the fuck out of my drive-thru."
It's fair.
Yeah. I pulled up and turns out Amanda had been there like maybe 20 minutes before me and did something similar because she forgot her jacket. And I told him that was funny because about 30 or 40 minutes before that, I saw Amanda at Walmart and I yelled at her. Spooked her. It's a very interesting day today.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Man, why the fuck is my guy so hungry?
Because food is necessary.
Is it, Andrew? Isn't it really?
Yeah.
You hear that humming? Sounds like some kind of generator.
Nice and quick.
Uh-oh. Okay, Miss Blakely, get ready to get your shit rocked. Ma'am, what are you doing there? This doesn't seem very safe.
So who the fuck? Oh, wait, hang on, I can't hear a damn thing. Just gonna shut this thing off. Right. Marion Blakesley, what can I do for you, Mr. Home Invasion?
I need to get into the HIA facility on Gorgon.
Spacer's Choice send you? Took your sweet time. Gorgon? I holed up in a forgotten cargo bay of a rotting colony ship just so I could never hear that name again. But here you are.
Yep. What happened on that asteroid?
I really didn't expect today to go this way. Shit. I should have brought another pack of smokes. The Gorgon project gave us Adrena time in the end, but that's just the Bose Spacer's Choice stuck on the whole mess. Corporate demanded a product they could throw onto shelves. That put the squeeze on low at Chem to develop formulas, samples. But how do you know if the product works? You run tests, see what happens. That's where human inquiry and auditing came in. I ran HIA and HIA ran the tests again and again and again. And what happens is a whole lot of wasted time and even more bodies.
So what was Spacer's Choice testing for?
You've heard the adverts, right? Work day and night. Now, what we tested for was dexterity, efficiency, compliance. The traits of a good employee. Numbers never came out right. I could have pumped gallons of those chemicals into every living soul in this colony. Wouldn't have changed that. What we got was marauders. We had a few weird accidents, escapes, minor setbacks. But one day, all the test subjects got loose. Sabotage, they said. Wasn't just us. All of the facilities got hit hard. Shut us down for a while. That turned out to be the last straw.
You know who was behind it?
Nah, didn't much care by then. Don't care much now. Spacer's Choice wasn't getting much use out of us anymore, so they and I came here.
Can you get me inside the HIA?
Indulge a scientist. What do you want out of this investigation of yours? Trying to liven up your memoir?
I'm just trying to spice up chapter 3. It's just a job, simple as that.
Yeah, well, people don't tend to exhume the past just so they can bury it again somewhere nicer. How about you, kid? You've got orphan written all over that baby face of yours.
Damn.
What do you get out of headbutting murderous auto mechanicals for your captain here?
First of all, I don't headbutt. I dropkick. As for what I get out of it, I don't know. It's fun.
Hope it stays that way, kid. That's all I've got. Here, I still have this pass. Don't much feel like hanging on to it anymore. Made my exit the moment the project started falling apart. Had to steal some credentials. This should get you into the volunteer induction entrance.
Sweet. Connecting to Spacer's Choice database.
Please. I just messaged people with fake demands for their passwords. That's when they didn't just leave codes written down on pieces of paper. If I couldn't talk my way out past a simple facility lockdown, I'd be working for Rizzo's. That'll get you inside. What you do from there, that's up to you.
Leave you be.
Yeah. I'll make sure the auto mechanicals don't bother you.
Oh,
on the way
I
out.
destroyed all your auto mechanicals, babe.
Sure, take it. I'm just drowning in dining options down here.
Didn't say that.
Look at you.
It's all this machinery.
Generators mostly, when they work. I've only got so many instruction manuals.
Might not want to walk too close to some of this wiring, ma'am. I don't think any of it's been grounded.
What stories are the gardeners?
Tryhards, incompetent or unlucky enough to get themselves fired. They were milling around the back bays. We had some colorful negotiations. I talked them into keeping watch for me. Not hard. They were itching to feel important.
Clearly fond of plants.
Not at first. They're vicious organisms in their own way, plants.
I read there's plants on Monarch that eat people. Nothing quiet about eating folks, if you ask me.
Yeah. I'll make sure the
I get it. You're not gonna let the auto mechanicals bite me. Alright, I'm about to go back to my ship and then I will be ready.
Very cool. Observation log. Date. Well, never mind. Hybridization efforts have proven successful, and the nursery's yield is improving steadily. Meanwhile, the psychological benefits of gardening are difficult to assess without a control group. Subjective reflection suggests minor gains in memory retention and contentment.
This must be a step up from force factories, huh? You gonna shoot or what? Just wait. You'll see how a Spacer's Choice cadet takes care of, I think it's jammed. Wow. Impressive.
So then I told him, oh. Ha, that tickles. No, don't desist. Taco Boomerang 1. Captain, an unknown vessel is approaching our ship. Their intentions are currently indeterminate. Once I deduce their intentions, I will play one of 2 audio signals. A cheerful fanfare if they are friendly, alarms if they are hostile. Their intentions are no longer unknown.
Damn. Where did they come
I
from?
am incapable of deducing their point of departure. However, I detected the unknown vessel has deployed a boarding mechanism. They will attach them. That sound indicates that a boarding mechanism, Captain. I am pleased to inform you that we are currently...
You're not supposed to be pleased to tell me we're being bored,
Captain Hawthorne installed a lethal shock trap on our airlock in the event of an invasion. I am prepared to deploy this trap. I understand. Allow me to rectify my oversight. The invading ship appears to be a decommissioned storage vessel. The crew are either pirates... That is unlikely. Judging by the state of the invading ship and the competence of the boarding party, I deduce they are incapable of paying for dinner. Their ship is using a tracking device too
I'm trying to
sophisticated
look up
for your
like other
primitive
games to like put on
astrogator.
a list that I want to
I
play
conclude they are
and stuff like
receiving
that.
outside
And so
assistance.
it's like, okay,
If
let's
you
see what's
prefer to make
popular
an
among
escape,
friends.
I can
And it's
disable
like
their boarding
friend
mechanism.
activity.
However,
Scarlet
as long
Maiden,
as that tracking
the
device
first one.
remains on board their ship, they will be
Scarlet
able to
Maiden.
find us again.
Yeah. It's like, I see.
Understood, Captain. I will be deploying the Unreliable's lethal deterrence system. Please approach the airlock and now in Please avoid damaging yourself or others while you are out.
Oh shit.
Like our opponent knows how to play defense. All right, freebooters, fall back and regroup.
I can take a hint.
How many times do I have to tell you people?
You people have no idea how to board a ship. Let me show you.
Let me stop you right there. It's against freebooter team policy to borrow from the opponent's playbook. I'll admit this attack hasn't gone strictly according to plan. But as we like to say in the league, no strategy survives contact with the opponent. Let's call this round a draw. You head back to your end of the field, I'll regroup my team, and we'll see where things take us in the second half. What do you say?
Damn.
You having a bad day, huh? I've been there.
Like you wouldn't believe. First the macro wave broke down. Then our astrogator went on the fritz. Turns out the Unreliable is not an easy ship to track. I got a couple of contingency plans lined up. I just need some time to regroup. So what do you say? Wanna try this again?
No.
That's about the answer I expected. Well, can't blame a coach for trying. Here's the problem. I can't let you live, but...
Why don't we drop the theatrics and talk this over face to face?
You want to negotiate terms. How do I know this isn't a trap?
Negotiation's the wrong word. Call it a meeting between coaches.
A meeting between coaches. Unconventional, but brazen. I like it. All right, I'm willing to parlay. Come speak with me in the captain's quarters. I mean the coach's office.
Coach is ready to see you. Head upstairs.
Wait, is this not the coach's office? Oh.
Hey, no eye contact.
We got quite a number of people in there. Whoops. Oh, this... quite a few.
Captain Hawthorne, I'm ready to talk with... All right, easy now. Let's just keep our weapons holstered like civilized people. I'm a man of my word. Let's talk. I'll even drop the tossball act for you.
Who sent you? What do you want?
My team and I were contracted to apprehend the Unreliable, eliminate its crew, and dispose of the captain. I couldn't tell you who hired me, even if I wanted to. The contract's anonymous. No names, no faces, just money and a target. I can't turn down a job like that. You understand.
I ask because I'm a recruiter. Groundbreaker's putting a tossball team together.
You're a recruiter? Good law, why didn't you lead with that? If you're willing to recommend me to Groundbreaker, I'm willing to forget I ever had a contract on you. What do you say?
Sure, if you're willing to forget, I probably shot some of your players.
Collateral damage. They were always expendable. Honestly, don't give it a second thought. I appreciate you putting in a good word for me. You don't know how long I've been wanting to play professional tossball again. I'll keep my ship clear of yours. You and I will never cross orbits again.
You better hold to that.
I got no reason to come after you. Use my credentials to get inside the cockpit and take our tracking device.
Damn, this was easy.
Our astrogation terminal was tracking your ship. Don't ask me.
What are you going to tell your employer?
The truth. We never caught up to the Unreliable.
Alright, cool. That works. It's crazy. These dudes were about to fucking board my ship, and then I just said, "Hey, bro, come on."
He's like, "I guess you're right."
He's like,
"Yeah, somewhere else."
Yeah, I guess we are kind of assholes for that. Sorry, man. Then I said, "Look, man," because their whole theme is that there's a sport in this game called tossball, and their whole theme is that they're tossball players. So I was like, look, I tell you what, I know a guy back on the Groundbreaker. I can do you a solid and like get you put on the team. He was like, no way, come on, man, that's cool as shit. Fuck. Okay, I just got a rocket launcher. I think it was like a rocket launcher grade 3. That's insane. Ellie, you need this now, girlfriend. Well.
How'd you do that so fast?
Okay. Man, they have a lot of food here that I'd really like to get. I'm sorry. Don't kill me, please.
What?
I was just leaving.
Go on, before I change my mind.
Alright, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and save and then we are good to go.
Okay.
Sorry. I was gonna save earlier, but I got fucking boarded by some homies.
Yeah, you did.
Let's do a new save just in case that doesn't.
Go ahead and pull this up. I'm gonna do get a drink real quick.
Yeah, you're good. Alright, well, that was a lot of fun. I had a blast. Reach level 30. Freak yeah, man.